Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this wonderful world. I am so grateful that you're here. Forgive me for being late. I was having a little bit of technical difficulties, but we got the technical technology together, and naturally, that's what I'm talking about today is going to be using technology and some of the tips and tricks on using technology. So it's only fair that I have trouble with some technology when I go to try and get things scheduled and get things running. Today, we are looking at what technology can do for you, what it can't do for you, how you can rely on it, what you can rely on, and what you want to think about when you are getting your technology together. It is critically important because the technology make up the systems. The systems are what we use to put everything together and make our businesses run effectively and efficiently. And it is with that premise that we want to use to keep things running, keep things moving, and make our business more successful, more profitable, serve more people, and be able to provide for ourselves, our family, and our community. And that's my bottom line. That's, provide for yourself, your family, and your community. That's what everything is all about. And the more of that we can do, the better off we are. And I don't know why I heard something about Elon 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 Musk last night, and I did not realize I've read a couple of his books, and I read one or two of his biographies, but I had not caught it not I guess I hadn't paid enough attention to it, that he learned through reading. He read everything. And when he ran out of books and the library didn't have any books, more books for him to be able to read, and they wouldn't buy more, he started reading the Encyclopedia Britannica. And he has a photographic memory. So, with that, that is how he has created 4 multi-million-dollar businesses in 4 different industries and is running them all himself. He's an amazing man. He just is amazing. The his brain is just full of everything. Knowledge and understanding and you name it, he's got it. But he truly does impress me. The way that he thinks impresses me, but the way that he uses his brain to figure things out, to do things, and to make things better. That's what really impresses me. I don't care about the politics, I don't care about anything else. I just like when people are able to use their brain to be able to develop something, to create something, to make something new. That's why, and that's how I created Rev Turbo. That it is so important. It's important for me because it's important for so many other people. And I'm going to start doing sessions twice a month. I'm going to do a demo. I'm just going to call it a demo workshop explaining how to use a CRM and how to use the functions that you have and you would have if you look at Rev Turbo. And it's something you can use, you can come to and learn just to be learning, or you can come to and learn because you want to learn about me or about Rev Turbo, or you can just come and laugh at me. I don't care. Doesn't make any difference to me. I've got enough people that'll laugh at me. If I'm not careful, my husband will laugh at me before I can think about it. So, he and I laugh back and forth at each other because that's just the way we are. We just have fun with life, and that's what life is all about, is having fun. So, I am all into fun and want to keep on keeping on. So, with the technology, I put the words in the picture that I created today because that was what I was having difficulty with today, was creating a picture, and my words were, "Use it or lose it." The technology. If you don't use it, you're going to lose the technology, the ability to use the technology, and all that it is doing for you. So I pray that you use what you have, figure out how you can use it to its best, to the maximum, to get more from it than possibly even your next door neighbor or your friend or your mom or your dad or your kids or anybody might think about, because you thought of it. And that's what's so critical, is being able to think. That is what I do, and that's one of the specialties that I particularly work to teach people about. Not everybody wants to learn that, but if you can learn to think like somebody that has some type of impairment. Mine, I've got multiple impairments, between the vision problem and the problem with, the rest of my body. Um, I also have MS, which gives craziness to the whole body, but I I won't accept it, and I am working to heal it and get rid of it out of my body, but it's a continuous process. It's something I have to keep working on, and I have to keep eating the right foods and keep eating good foods. And when I buy the Reese's little small nuggets, even though I get the little bitty ones, the miniatures, and with my pretzels in them. And that's not the best thing, but at least it's the little ones, and I'm not sitting there just devouring huge amounts of chocolate. So, but I've got to eat good. If I don't eat right, I'm not going to be able to continue healing this body. And that's what I need to be able to do. And we can do that. We have the ability. If you want to do research or anything on that, one of my favorite authors about that particular topic is Dr. David Snow. No, not David Snow, Joy. You know better than that. Eh, David Hawkins. Yeah, David Hawkins, and, this is one of the best books. This one is my favorite one. I don't know why. Uh, Most people like his Pathways book, but I like the Letting Go, because it talks about being able to let go of things, and that is one of the best ways that we can learn how to use our body, use our brains, and use our God-given talents. That's what's so important to me, is being able to use those talents and become what God wants us to become. You have been given this body. You have been given that brain. You have been given all the limbs that you have, the good and the bad. And, I've got a finger that's just weirder than weird. It doesn't stand up straight, but that's okay. It's it's my finger. God gave it to me. I laugh at it all the time because it does not straighten out. But it's not important. So what? I guess I'm old enough that it doesn't bother me that I don't have perfect everything. I don't have to be perfect. You can see some of the wrinkles and the pudginess is in my face, and it's okay, but it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to be perfect. I don't have to be perfect. We just have to be there and use. And I don't know why I went into this, but this is where I guess this is where God's taken me. Even though I'm supposed to be talking about dealing with technology, yeah, and so, let me at least get a little bit into the technology. Uh, yeah, I'll start with one of my favorite statistics, eh, from McKinsey. McKinsey& and Company states that, did you know that 60% of, oh, come on, move that over so that I can continue to see it. Please let me see. Thank you. 60% of of occupations. 60% of occupations could save up to 30% of their time using automation. Think about that. That includes a housewife, a mother sitting at home changing her baby's diapers. And if you came up with some type of automation, you could save some time. But you don't have to. And we use the baby diapers. We can. I remember my baby diapers were definitely cloth. They were not the ones that you buy in the store. You would buy a package of material, and that material created the diaper. And we used pins to keep it on. It did not have the neoprene did not have the tape on it to be able to hold the diaper together. But that's what we have now. But if you think about it, using that tape makes the diaper stick better. It also makes it easier to unpin or to undo, and we don't hurt the child. There's always good that is there. There's always good that can come from it. And the things that people come up with are unbelievably amazing. You are able to go into a room. If you go into a room and just grab three objects, I'm sitting here. I I have a floss picker right here. Doo-doo-doo. There we go. Now you can see it. My floss picker. I have got my phone right here, and I have a book right here. So those are my three things. And if I were to put these three things together, what could I do with them? Think about that. A phone, a book, and a floss picker. Well, yes, I could pick my teeth, but I could also use this picker to, even though I've got a couple of bookmarks in here, I could use it as a bookmark to save a space for me when I was reading. Or I could, on my phone, I could use it to pry off the case that's on here, and I won't break my fingernails that way. And it's not always the easiest thing to do, but that's something that I could do. What could you do? Any three things that you pick up, how could you use them together to make something, to do something, to make something better, make something easier for you? And always think about your business, with your business, the basic things that you need to be doing. You I'm an accountant by trade, and the accountants, we need to be able to count the beans, but that's not what I really want to be doing. I don't want to count the beans. That's what people think about. That's why they put green eye shades and green bandanas on the accountants, but it's not the bean counters, because bean counters are not thinking beyond the numbers. What you need to be able to do is to think beyond the numbers. What are those numbers telling you? What is it that is there? Why is that number what it is? How much is it? How much inventory does that represent? Does it represent an inventory? Maybe it doesn't. What does it represent? What is it? How is it going to be used in your business? When do you need it? And is it necessary to be there at this particular point in time? That's what you need to look at, and you need to do that with every item, everything that you are working with, everything that you are doing. And the more that you get into using the technology, and you hear me talking about AI because I love AI, AI is always going to be your friend. It will be your best buddy when you use it. And if I if I'd had the ability to use AI to create the picture that I was trying to create, it would have been a whole lot easier, but I was using AI, but it wasn't working the way I wanted it to work, and the program was hiccuping, so I didn't get to do what I wanted to do, and I usually can do that in 2 minutes, and it took me 10. So I apologize for that. I apologize for being late, but it doesn't make any difference. I'm here, you're here, and we are learning together. I am going to continue working. I am creating lists. I had given away the one yesterday, and I apologize. That was in the computer snafu. It did not go out. It was set to go out and it didn't go out. It was set up, but it wasn't set up quite right because I set it up and I didn't have somebody else check it. So my mistake. I apologize for that. That's why I always have somebody else that's sighted be able to check something that I do, but I didn't, so shame on me. That will go out today, and so you will be getting it today, and I'm really grateful that people are asking for it. That was the 20 AI tips and tricks so that you can use it to its best and its fullest. So I talked a bit about the technology today. I talked about too many other things, but I guess I was there for some reason. Somebody needed to hear that one today. So when God tells me to speak, I do. And I let that come out because I let it come out. So whoever needed to hear that, I'm glad you were here. I'm glad you were able to hear that. And I just pray that you have the best, most wonderful day in the world and that each day gets better and better and better. And if nobody has told you yet today that they love you, let me be the first. I love you because you are you. And that is so very, very special. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. And make sure to like, share, and subscribe and comment and click that bell so that you know when the new releases come out. And I will continue to do it Monday through Friday. Even when I mess up and screw up and get it out late, I apologize, but things happen. So, whatever you do, make it the best day in the world, and I will see you tomorrow.